Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So Harry requested of the Queen that they would lay a personal wreath for him at the cemetery, at the cenotaph for Remembrance Day. All the royals are going there. They represent all of the different branches of the military, and the Queen refused. So Harry and Meghan, they do a photo shoot. This is not a photo shoot. The cenotaph is not a photo shoot. That's their Memorial Day. Okay, we have the U.S. Memorial Day coming up on November 11th. Are they going to do anything for the U.S. Memorial Day? Probably not. Okay, so Harry and Meghan go to the Los Angeles National Cemetery, and that's them here and walking through the cemetery, and they do this photo shoot. It's not about Harry. This kind of smacks. This looks like desperation. This looks to me like Harry is realizing how much he's lost. He's lost all of his royal military appointments, and he's like, oh no, and it's really starting to, he's really starting to realize what he's lost. And this also looks to me like a reaction by Meghan. Oh, we can't use the word royal? Oh, yes, we can. There's Royal Crown Cola, and this big reaction. Meghan is a big reactor. She likes to react to circumstances. So I feel like Meghan pushed Harry to do this. Oh, they can't stop you, Harry. They can't stop us. And so they just scheduled this photo shoot. This doesn't feel like Harry to me. This feels like Meghan. So I want to see whose idea was this. Was this Meghan or was this Harry? And was this, was this a reaction? Was this revenge? I mean, what is this? Let's kind of get a feel for what this is. First we'll look at Meghan's side, and then we'll look at each, and we'll see who did it. Who done it? Is it Meghan or Harry? Meghan. Or Harry. All right, so what happened here is what happened. Okay, so Harry, he's stopped. He's shut down by the crown in the environment, in the foundation. 13, so 26 outside, 7 diamonds, outside, finger of God, outside events. So he wanted a wreath. He wants to stay in, but he's just shut out of the crown and this entire, and the entire structure. He's shut down out of the structure of Remembrance Day. What's going on with Meghan? Deeply rooted olive tree, Trinity working everything together, butterfly, very public or transformation. 9, 3 hearts, a sweet appearance, okay, a photo shoot, a virtue signal. She is keeping, so working with the family very publicly. She wants to be seen very publicly as still a royal. She wants to be seen very publicly as a royal. Harry's getting shut out of the royals. Here we have the Magi and the woman. The Magi is a manifester. Woman is a good woman. So this is saying Harry's energy here is stronger than Meghan's. It's about Harry. This is about Harry. It's about Harry getting shut out. And Meghan is like, oh, no, you didn't. We're going to go anyway. Big change, virtue signal, and Star of Bethlehem. 10, 3 diamonds. So threes. There's 3 threes showing. Let's see, 9. 4 threes. 4 threes. 2 threes in the ad card, and 2 threes showing. So 4 threes. So a lot of threes. Threes are building actions. 1 is a beginning. 2 is couples. 3 is the actions are building. So big change in the future and the images being shown. Yeah, big change in yeah, this is heralding a big change. And the man and the woman manifested 25, 7 hearts. They're kind of solo royals. They're manifesting a solo royal. They're a solo royal path. They're on their own. They're royals, but they're on their own. Meghan is desperate to keep the royal shine. Harry is being shut out from the royals. This looks to me, I mean, the obvious thing this is saying to me is come March 31st, Harry's going to be completely out. That's what this is saying to me. The royals are signaling that, Harry, your time as a royal is done, and we're going to completely kick you out of the royals on March 31st. Now, I'm not sure that means removal of the titles, but that's what this is signaling to me, that Harry is just not a senior royal anymore, and neither is Meghan. And, you know, the popularity polls are confirming this, that the public doesn't, definitely, Meghan is -26, Harry is scoring as a 1. So just barely hanging on by a fingernail is Harry, and Meghan is just simply not royal. So is this signaling, let's look at the monarchy and Harry. Is this signaling Harry's removal from the monarchy on March 31st? Because monarchy and Harry. Coffin and, oh dear. Is this a signal of the end? Because there's a lot of foreshadowing, and the monarchy moves very slowly, very deliberately, and step by step by step by step, and this is another step, and it's kind of a big foreshadowing. And Harry's grew up in the monarchy. He knows all about this. So the royals, here's the royal family, Vale keeping their cards to themselves, Scourge hitting that spot over and over, 10 and 10, 25 spades, roadblock. So secretly shutting them down, blocking and shutting them down over and over and over. So they are closing the doors to the monarchy, blocking him from the monarchy. Up here, scapegoat kicked out of the world, 16, 4 spades. He's left the world of, he's left the world of the monarchy, and he's being secretly shut down and kicked out. Yeah. And what's over here with Harry? Karmic relationship, sun, and coffin. Coffin is the end, 10, 11, 3 clubs, actions and words in the relationship very publicly that are ending it. Harry has the end over here. It's Harry's fault. Harry's ending it because he's going off with Meghan, who has left the royals. And the royals are just shutting it all down. They're shutting down the whole world associated with the monarchy for Harry. Yeah, not good. Yeah, so this is heralding the end for Harry. I think they are going to just completely make a clean break on March 31st. It's been a long time. How is Harry feeling? Is he feeling desperate? Is he starting to realize what he's lost? He's lost all of his military appointments. He's just been rebuffed from the day of Remembrance. And, military leaders and other soldiers have come out and said, we feel betrayed by you, Harry. I can't believe you left us behind. No soldier left behind on the battlefield. I can't believe you just left us behind. And on top of this, because of the Netflix deal, Harry was going to do a huge to-do in LA with all these big stars, and because of the Netflix deal for the Invictus Games, and Harry canceled that, which is a huge blow to Invictus. Invictus may not be able to continue as a going concern because Harry, he didn't do this big charitable, thing to get a whole bunch of money into the Invictus Games to keep it going. So how is Harry feeling? Is he starting to feel desperate? about what he's lost? I mean, what is he feeling? Or is he still... How is Harry feeling about this? Okay, mustard seed. Because there's two ways. One, he can be in just complete denial. You know, he's just being buffeted. You know, Meghan is just controlling him and, you know, always talking in his ear. He can't get away from her. He's trapped over there. He's separated from his whole family. And that's what a narcissist wants. A narcissist wants to be your whole world so that they can control you. And that's what Meghan is doing to Harry. Okay, so he doesn't have any other inputs. He's not getting input from his family. He's not getting input from his friends. He's not in contact with people, and he's on another continent. Okay, so in that situation, he can feel very confused. Just very confused and just really gaslighted and just not knowing what's going on. Or is he finally waking up like, you know, he surfaces the water from this bad dream and he's going, I have to do something. You know, what is happening with Harry? Okay, so diamond ring, connected, straight razor. So we have two aces. Mustard seed, the mustard seed grows into the largest tree, straight razor. Suddenly, he's connected 4. Ace of spades, ace of spades, ace of spades. So this is another blow, a hurt, a blow, and it's planting seeds for him. I think he's starting to wake up, because what we've been seeing with Harry is very much, he's committed to this path with Meghan. Meghan has convinced him that this is the right way to go. We're going to be rich and famous. She's going to be the most famous person in the world before she gets rid of him. And this is the way to go. But it's at Harry's expense. So I think he's finally waking up. He's starting to wake up, thank goodness. So let's see. Executioner Hightower player 2033. 9 hearts. Key incident. Official player, executioner cuts the head off. This official public incident. This may be a turning point for Harry. The 9 hearts. This may be a turning point, and he's starting to wake up. And he's beginning to realize what he's lost, and maybe it's just not worth it to lose all this stuff. It definitely is not worth it. All he has is his royal title, and if he gives that up, I mean, look at Andrew. Is Andrew happy, you know, that he stepped down as a royal? Is he happy about what's happened with him and all the shame? I don't think so, you know, and that's, even though, I don't know, you can pin stuff on people, and I think Harry's going to be labeled the bad guy very soon. That's coming. I mean, he's been separated from his power base, which is the royal family. So Harry and Meghan, it's being reported because of their loss of popularity, they're losing the front cover. Is the royal shine wearing off of Harry and Meghan? Because this whole thing is, the royal shine just seems to be wearing off. So is the royal shine wearing off of Harry and Meghan? Separated over the long term from their strength. 21, 23, 6 clubs. So this says right on the surface, the longer this goes on, the further they get away from the royals, the weaker they are. That's not strong. 2 spades, jack of clubs, not strong. Separated from their strength. Over this long journey, they're getting further and further from the strong position and the royal family. Meghan is desperate to hang on to that, which is why they did this photo shoot. cornucopia, cross, and Mother Earth. So 1527 cross. Cross is permanent relationship. Yeah, so royal family members and everything that entails underneath. So they are, yeah, they're. It's going to be a constant game where they're constantly having to make themselves relevant again. And I know a guy who won some Grammys. That person better stop PMing me. I'm getting really irritated. I know a guy in Hollywood. He won some Grammys, but the star rises and then the star fades, and he doesn't seem to be able to know. He doesn't seem to know how to make himself relevant again, even though his star rose. His star rose very high, and it's like Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin was a huge celebrity, and then he's just people just talk. He'll show up very occasionally on a talk show, and it's like this long sad story. Like, oh my God, what happened to you, Macaulay Culkin? Oh, well, there was drugs, and then there was all the fame, and he lost his way, and then he had to sue his parents. It's like that. It's like that. So the further they get away from their power, from the strength, the worse it's gonna be. All right, let's review what we have here. What happened? Okay, was this Meghan pushing Harry? What happened? Was this revenge? Meghan is desperate to stay in the royal family, which is really weird because she's the one who left. Harry is being intentionally shut out from the royal family, but this is all about Harry, and they're really the changes are nigh. So Meghan is really trying to stay in. It's so weird. The optics are weird. They're in America. They are doing they're piggybacking on the British Remembrance Day, but they're in America and they're walking through an American cemetery. They're not in Britain. They're not part of the royal family, but they're desperately trying to stay part of the royal family because Meghan realizes that's where her fame is from. She doesn't want to lose that. And she's taking it from Harry. And Harry, it's all about Harry, not Meghan. Meghan is just attached to Harry, and that's what the spread is showing. That this is really about Harry because Harry is showing as the king of diamonds, the Magi. He's showing the Magi card. So this, even though I think Meghan set this up, this is really all about Harry. Okay, Harry has to remain in the monarchy because that's the power. Because Harry is holding the Magi card, not Meghan. All right, so is this signaling the complete separation on March 31st? Because the 1 year review is coming up on March 31st. The palace is over and over and over, behind the scenes without saying anything, never complain, never explain. They're not explaining anything, and they're just cutting Harry off from the royal family. Harry sees this end coming, and it's his fault, and kicked out of the whole world. So, is Harry beginning to feel desperate? He's starting to wake up. He's finally starting to wake up, and this is a key incident. Okay, here again, he's been stripped of all of his military appointments, and here again, and then he dissed the Invictus, huge mistake. Not doing that Invictus game thing, and now he's not even allowed to lay a wreath or be any part of that ceremony, and that actually makes a lot of sense because the royals are not personally doing this; they are representatives. They are designated representatives of the different branches of the military and the people and the British people themselves, who they're constantly insulting and saying are unconsciously biased. Okay, are Harry and Meghan losing the royal shine? Yes, they're getting further and further and further away from the royal shine, and so the magazines they're not selling on the front cover anymore. So this is very interesting, and this is the machine just keeps going. This is a very significant incident for Harry and Meghan. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who've bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.